minutes ago. The button. Audio monkey.
Hey, don't call me a monkey.
Okay.
Monkey.
You ready? We're all monkeys, though.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Super GamesCast 64. My name is Trey Mitchell. I run this podcast called Super GamesCast 64 where we talk about video games and talk about movies, talk about comic books, talk about boobies, talk about panguses, we talk about cereal, we talk about bacon because we're the internet. The internet's cool. Yeah. To my immediate front is Austin Guttery.
Hey, Trey.
Hey! Oh! Yeah! Zinger! That's Austin Guttery to my... How are you doing, man?
Good. Mama toes. How are you?
I've been better.
Yeah, oh no. How's your tongue? Is your tongue okay?
Tongue hurts.
Yeah.
My mom's yelling at me because I didn't put the trash out.
Dude,
I
put the trash out.
overslept. All these stupid people are in my way, driving up to my work. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, who
People
goes to
need
a Mavs preseason
need
game?
to just stay at home. When I have to get to work, stay at home.
That's what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. I've been all right. I've been tired. I had a long week.
Oh no.
I got a lot of things stuck in me. A lot of shots and blood things. And
What happened? Are you ill?
I'm very ill. I'm not a healthy person.
What do you got? What'd you catch?
I got the aid.
Just one?
One aid.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I have a herpes,
Okay.
and so it's not that bad.
Yeah.
But if it were to multiply, it would get real bad.
AIDS. Multiple AIDS. Multiple herp.
Right.
Yeah. That's not a good thing. You don't want that.
Mm-mm.
No, you don't.
No.
Mm-mm. So for those who do not know, Super Games Cast 64 is a podcast. We go every week. We talk about stupid video game crap. And sometimes we're on the Blowout Podcast Network. We do reviews. Sometimes we're supposed to do the Mafia review 2 weeks ago, but I've not played it that much. I've played a few hours, and you've not even played it.
Sounds like it sucks.
No, it's just I've been freaking busy.
Sick.
What have you been up to?
Just getting ready for Halloween.
Yeah. Yeah, Halloween's approaching. Let me finish the rigmarole, though. I forgot to finish all the deets. We are on iTunes. You can go there and listen to us on iTunes. I don't know where else you can listen to us to. I mean, if you follow me on Twitter, you can always find a link. I'm sure there's got to be other ways we could put it on other podcast formats, but I don't know how to do that. And I probably should research that because this is our podcast, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm. That'd be a smart move. Sometimes we're on the Blowout Podcast Network. We should be doing a podcast about Mafia. That should be coming up soon. We got the Civ 6 coming out. That's what you're having a boner for. Is Civ 6?
Yeah,
it's coming out. The date we're recording this on Wednesday, October 19th. We have two big announcements coming tomorrow, so we're gonna record tomorrow also. That's Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer and the NX, most importantly.
Now it's just a preview.
This is a preview.
The NX. They're not announcing.
This is a little inside baseball. We're doing this podcast a week before we air it. And we should have our Mafia podcast up as well this week. So there's a lot of podcasting you can listen to with your ear holes, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, so yeah, Halloween, man. What you been doing for Halloween, and what are you gonna be for trick or treating?
I don't know. I'm thinking about I have a list here of ideas.
Okay.
Right now in the running is a ghost.
A ghost?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the only thing on my list says everybody goes as Fred from Scooby-Doo. So
just a bunch of gay boys?
Yeah, little orange ascots. Oh, and I have one here from last year. A costume called Dictator.
Okay.
And it's funny on 3 levels.
Well, it's dick, right?
Okay, it's shaped like a penis.
Okay.
But it's a potato shaped like a penis. So it's Dictator. But it's dressed up like Hitler. So it's Dictator.
A potato-shaped dick dressed like Hitler.
Yeah, that's Dictator.
That's like 3 levels of humor right there.
I know.
That's a lot.
Can I make
a lot you gotta take in.
Can I make a candy recommendation?
Yeah, sure.
Now Warheads are my favorite of all time. I love them. But don't get
Who
these
doesn't?
Warhead sour coolers. They look like they come in a Smarties wrapper.
Mm-hmm.
They're utter horse shit.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. They're really bad. So don't buy these for Halloween, Trey.
We finally got a new sponsor this week. It's Warhead Sour Coolers.
Oh,
And,
man.
They're just great on a cool summer's day. You pop a few of those in and you
like
you feel amazing.
Yeah, you're going out on a date.
Yeah.
You just need to freshen your breath a
you
little
need
bit.
You need to freshen your breath. You want to give your girlfriend something cheap to
Yeah,
eat.
Warhead Sour Coolers is the way to go for your mouth and your wallet,
and
really.
your wallet.
It's such a good deal.
You just grab her by the, and then you get the coolers, mints things. Warheads.
So definitely get Warhead Sour Coolers for Halloween, Trey.
Yeah. I'll get those for Halloween.
Cool.
Thank you, sponsorships. We don't have.
Put this in my wallet. Remind me to get some more.
Just do that right in front of the mic. Just right in there. You're not really picking it up. These are really sensitive mics.
That's weird.
Like when we did the song, it didn't really pick up the actual song.
That's
It was just us singing.
What
That was a beautiful moment.
I know. This week we're gonna do Owl City. We're gonna do
I don't know
Fireflies
that
by
song.
Owl City.
We could do Clint Eastwood
Like
by the Gorillas.
It's not the Gorillas. It's just Gorillas.
Gorillas. The Gorillas.
It's not Gorellas.
The girls.
It's not Gurel.
The girls.
The
girls.
The girls.
So for my Halloween costume, Austin, thanks for asking me what I'm gonna do
Wait,
for Halloween.
Trey.
What?
What are you going as for
Wow,
Halloween?
thanks for asking, Austin. You see, I'm putting together a Venom Snake costume from Metal Gear Solid
Venomous
5.
snake costume?
Venom Snake. Because it's not Big Boss.
Costume made of snakes?
It's a costume made of venomous snakes.
That sounds fun for everybody.
It is fun for the whole family,
Mm-hmm. As long as
great.
it's family friendly.
Very family friendly.
Think of the children.
I'm always thinking of the children. So it's really intricate costume. I'm having to buy a lot of stuff online that it's coming in and it's just taking up a lot of room. I made 2 armbands. If you don't know what Venom Snake is, it's a character from the Metal Gear Solid series. It's really hard to explain. We don't have a lot of time.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Look
we'd
it
be
up.
in here forever.
Is that
Look
one
it
of
up.
your video games?
One of those video game characters.
Okay. And he's got the gray hair and the beard?
No, Venom Snake is from Metal Gear Solid 5.
Is he an evil version of Snake?
It's hard to explain without spoiling things.
Well, don't spoil it.
But he's pretty much just think of like a really badass soldier looking guy. But he has a bionic arm.
Oh, you're being the bikini sniper.
No,
right?
Not her, no. He's got a big shrapnel on his forehead. He's got all these crazy scars. He's got like a shawl on. I mean, he's a pretty badass looking dude. And that's what I'm trying to be.
What's his
Venom
name?
Snake. Venom Snake. Venom Snake. It's pretty much Big Boss, but like every character in Metal Gear Solid has 10 different names.
Snake.
Venom Snake.
From
Metal Gear Solid 5.
Metal Gear Solid.
The Phantom
5.
Pang.
The Phantom
Pang.
Okay, this guy looks like you.
Not at all.
He looks evil.
I had to buy a wig. I'm debating on buying a fake beard or just doing like makeup.
Well, I don't see a beard. I just see a little shawl over his face. How you gonna do that
No,
shawl?
you're looking at the different thing. I mean, that's it, but it's not. No, there's better pictures though.
How are you gonna do the robot hand here?
Making it out of foam. I found a tutorial online. I got all this foam, and I just got to make it with foam. It's 2 pieces. The hand is like foam on a glove, and then the rest is just foam.
Okay, I like it. You're gonna get lots of candy.
Yeah.
Lots of delicious Warhead sour.
I hope there's actually stuff going on, or else I'm wasting a shitload of money.
What day is it? It's Sunday?
Well, no, it's Halloween's on a Monday, but that weekend will probably be lit.
You're gonna get so laid.
Gonna get laid in that costume, bro.
Yeah, use that robot hand.
Massive pussy in that costume.
Oh.
Yeah, man. Use the P word in a post
No,
Donald Trump, Billy Bush era.
That's true. Yeah, we're in a new world now.
We're in a new world. We can't say certain things.
There's post 9/11, and then there's post
grab her by the
pussy grab.
Yeah, post pussy grab moments.
God, I love you, Billy Bush.
He's a national treasure.
I know. You ever seen National Treasure?
Yes, I did actually.
I never have.
Huh?
I never have.
You don't need to say it.
Okay, that's what I figured.
It's very ridiculous. He's trying to steal the Statue of Liberty, and you're just like, well, there's a few holes in the logic here, but hey.
Sounds like it.
You just want to do it. And then the guy from the Hangover's in it, the best friend who was actually getting married in it.
Doug?
Yeah, he's a really weird character. Like he's trying to be like this really nerdy tech guy, but he kind of just, I don't know. It's weird. It's really a miscast.
Sounds like it.
Like when they in movies when they like have like really good looking people play like really big losers and nerdy people. It's kind of like that. It's like, I wish I had a girlfriend. It's like, dude, you can get any girl you want.
Yeah.
That's what it's like. It's a little weird.
That sounds fucked up.
I wish I had a girlfriend. It's fucked up.
What are you saying, Trey?
So yeah, that Metal Gear Solid costume, it's going well. Getting all the pieces together. Hopefully that will come together nicely.
Good. Hope you have a happy Halloween and a wonderful
What have
Thanksgiving.
you been for Halloween also? What are some crazy costumes you've done in the past?
I was a Titan last year from Attack on Titan.
Were you naked?
No, I had a flesh-colored bodysuit that I wore. And
I want to see the picture of this.
I'm sure it's somewhere. I had fake blood all over my face,
Mm-hmm.
and I had a little Mikasa action figure that I chewed on.
Yeah.
And year before that, we were all John Cena, so just jeans and no shirt.
You and your two gay roommates?
Yep. So it was just jeans and no
shirt.
Jeans, shorts, and no shirt, yeah. God, a year before that, I was freaking, I don't know. You know what? This year, I'm going to go as the Fox football robot.
You have that costume,
Yeah,
don't
I have
you?
the costume, yeah. I'm going to do some warm-up exercise. I'm going to throw the ball through the uprights. I'm going to
spike it.
Dance. Yeah, I'm going to spike it. I'm going to dance a little bit. Most iconic figure in football.
He is. He is the most iconic
old
one.
Cletus.
The Rubit.
Yeah, the Rubit.
The Rubit.
Remember Kubik's Robots for Everyone? You ever watch or play that? No.
I did not.
Let's move on.
Yeah, so I mean, I tend to recycle costumes ever since probably college, because I think I was Ron Burgundy 3 times in college.
Damn, dude.
I had that suit, had to use it, man.
That's cold as ice.
And then I was Alex from Clockwork Orange for 2 years. Okay. I get really excited when I make costumes.
These all sound like movie things.
Yeah, now I'm moving to video games, man.
Okay, are you going to be Tetris next year?
I'm going to be a Tetris block next year.
You know what I'm going to be?
Mario. Cubert.
Yeah.
It always goes back to Cubert and Yoshi's story.
Yeah. I'm going to be Cubert for Halloween this year, Trey.
Sounds like an amazing costume.
Mark it down. Yeah.
So I have been watching Westworld, and I hear you've been watching Westworld.
Oh, I've watched Westworld.
You watched one
the
episode.
First one. I'm 2 behind, and I don't have time to watch any tonight.
Why not?
I'm gonna be in bed, little dude.
Dude, don't call me little dude.
That's your new name.
So what'd you think of Westworld?
Oh, I liked it a lot. I've never seen the movie.
Yeah, I saw it in high school. That was a long time ago.
You know, it's a Michael Crichton story. It's suspiciously similar to Jurassic Park.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of basically the exact same story, but we'll see where it goes from here. I really liked it. I thought the visuals were really good. You know, I thought the very convincing.
Yeah.
I don't like a show where James Marsden dies 5 or 6 times an episode. So I don't know if I can keep this.
What has he been on? Because I keep hearing people talk about him.
Just generic bullshit. He's just kind of
Is he Walking Dead?
No.
Okay.
I don't know. Suits, maybe? Some
Suits.
bullshit like that. Suits!
Suit!
Yeah, I really liked it.
Uh-huh.
Anthony Hopkins is good.
Yeah, he's always good.
It was cool. I don't see, like, what's going to... I mean, I guess the robots are going to go out of control, and
It reminds me of a whole lot of things. And before we kind of talk about what we're going to talk about, it reminds me of Battlestar Galactica, where the robots are kind of learning things about themselves.
Kind of like Data from Star Trek.
Yeah, sure.
You don't watch Star Trek?
No.
Dude.
I'm not a fucking nerd, okay?
Well, you're watching Battlestar.
No, not nerdy. Not nerdy.
Why? Why not?
Because it's cool.
In what way?
It just is. It's like Lost.
That doesn't seem to answer. It's like Lost or Lost in Space?
No, like Lost.
Comma in space.
Comma in
but
space.
not Lost in Space.
No, not Lost in Space.
Okay, because Star Trek.
No, Star Trek is fine.
Star Trek's pretty fucking good.
Yeah, it's great. Greatness.
It's fucking great.
No, so it reminds me of Battlestar Galactica a little bit, with all the Rubits kind of becoming self-aware and becoming, maybe I am a Rubit, and getting all these memories. If you watch Battlestar Galactica, I don't. I'm talking to the audience, not you.
They don't, because they're cool.
No, that's not true. They're not cool if you're listening to this.
That's a really good point, actually.
The whole sequence in Battlestar, it's not even on. What was it? The final four? Were they, or the final five? They wake up. That reminded me of Westworld. It reminds me of.
Did you just ruin the whole show for me?
No, you don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
I don't.
So sci-fi shows, Jurassic Park. Also, the big thing is it's very much reminds me of open world RPG video games.
Yeah.
And that's been sort of the talk with people who play video games or, are in the industry. And it's not even just people saying it, it's not like someone saying, it's like a video game. The creators, Christopher Nolan's brother, I forgot his name, him and his wife created it, right? And J.J. Abrams produced it, I want to say.
We talking Battlestar?
No, I'm talking about Westworld.
Okay.
They have actually said that a lot of it is based on video games, like Red Dead Redemption's one, the video game they've mentioned. They mentioned Grand Theft Auto. They've mentioned BioShock.
Oh, that's dope.
And it really, when you watch it in that lens, it makes a whole lot of sense because I know it's a book that was written a long time ago.
It actually was never a book. It was only a movie. Directed by Michael
I thought it was
Crichton.
a book. No, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
he wrote and directed it.
Okay. So, I mean, the movie came out a long time ago, but, with the whole basis is these people come to this theme park where they can do pretty much anything. Anything you want to do.
Rapes.
And it doesn't affect the robots, so they think, I guess that's one of the mysteries, like, can the robots feel and stuff like that.
Yeah. Because they can murder and rape.
They can murder, they can pillage, they can rape, they can, do whatever they want. And it's like Grand Theft Auto or
top dollar for it.
Yeah, it's like Grand Theft Auto or any kind of open world RPG, or you can choose to do not even RPG, just open world game, where you can go and I guess it is an RPG because you are role playing, so you can pretty much be whoever you want to be, do whatever you want to do. You can choose to be a good guy, a bad guy. It's very much like Red Dead, where you can choose to do bad or good, or Fallout, where you can choose your path. You can choose to be a bad guy, good guy. And there's a lot of, you can go to different story missions. There's always people seeming to be like NPCs, like leading you on a path. And so, okay, maybe today I want to go on this path and this storyline and this storyline. Also,
there's like several people who run it, right? Like there's a guy who writes the storyline.
Yeah.
There's like a main writer.
And that was really interesting. And I think it's almost sort of an inside baseball kind of thing on maybe video game writers.
Yeah.
Because there's one part where he writes this big speech for a character to do, and there's this big gunfight, and the character is about to, I'm probably spoiling things.
Yeah.
But the character, I mean, right. I wouldn't say it's a spoiler. It's, it's not a show where people die and then they're gone, so I mean, it's.
See, that is the good thing about James Marsden dying in this show is that he always comes back.
Yeah.
He was always there for me.
He's always there for you. But the whole, there's this whole thing that happens, and then the character is supposed to make this big speech, and right before the speech, this guy, one of the patrons comes up and shoots him before he can say the speech.
Nice.
And it reminds me of any video game where a character's about to, say something, crazy, and then you just shoot him, or you just go somewhere else, or you're driving in a game and the character has this big monologue and you hit something and they're like, "What the hell, man?"
Bethesda's real good about letting you do that.
Yeah.
You can just walk away.
Just walk away, not even listen. And then Anthony Hopkins had this big line, and I think it was in the second episode or the third episode, where he pretty much said to that writer guy, what's he in? He looks familiar.
I've never seen him.
I thought he was the guy from The Wire, but I don't think it's him.
Is he white?
Yeah, British guy.
Never seen him.
I thought it was McNulty for a minute, but it's not McNulty.
I only watch Sanford and Son. So
Only Sanford and Son on Friday nights.
Yep.
Only on Friday nights.
Before people went out on Fridays, they watched Sanford.
People. I say people went out on Friday nights before they watched Sanford and Son. So yeah, there's a whole lot, and pretty much what Anthony Hopkins says to him, the writer, he comes up with the storyline, and Anthony Hopkins says, "It's not what you want the player, it's not what you want, it's what the player wants. It's what the guests want." So there's a lot of interesting, looks into sort of video games, or what could be the future of games, where you're in this. I mean, they've already kind of have them, like the VR theme parks and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's if you look at it that way, it's very intriguing. I really enjoy it. I mean, there's definitely it's easy to say there's a Red Dead Redemption influence because
it's
a Western.
setting.
Yeah. Red Dead is very similar to Grand Theft Auto and all those, but I think more story. I think you remember the story more in Red Dead than Grand Theft Auto. But that BioShock with a lot of the writing, you can miss a lot of the audio in BioShock, and it seems like Westworld, you don't have to listen to anything. And so yeah, it's interesting, and I don't hear a lot of people like in our kind of circle talk about that, like on the ticket.
Talk
as
about
much.
Westworld?
Well, how it kind of relates to video games.
Yeah.
It seems like it's more, just, here's a show.
Yeah.
But I thought that's interesting. If people want to kind of look that up, there's plenty of articles about it. But it made me kind of think that really the only good video game movies are just movies about video games in some way, or because it seems like Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, Wreck-It Ralph, this show, and there's one movie that came out with Adam Sandler, and I guess that's not really an example, but it's the one.
Pixels?
No, it's the one where he lost his family in 9/11.
Oh, with Don Cheadle?
Yeah. And
Rain on me?
Yeah, and the whole game he's playing Shadow of the Colossus as sort of a therapy kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
And so that's sort of the that's used in there, and it's a very positive use of video games. But movies like Scott Pilgrim, shows like Westworld, movies like Wreck-It Ralph seem to be kind of the only good interpretations of video games. Whereas you have 4 video game movies out this year. 3 have already come out. You had Warcraft. You had Ratchet and Clank, and then you had the Angry Birds movie. I mean, you've had Super Mario Bros. You've had just a ton of trash video game movies.
Well, are you forgetting the Academy Award-winning Tomb Raider series with Angelina Jolie?
Yeah.
Prince of Persia with Jake Gyllenhaal?
Yeah, that's a thing.
The Kubert movie.
So, and I know I've seen some videos talking about this topic, and I think a lot of it has to do with this one producer in Germany who bought a lot of the rights to all of these.
Uwe Boll?
I'm not sure who it is.
I
didn't
Uwe
research
Boll.
before.
He did.
He did?
Yeah.
I think it is him.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why, but I don't know. I think, and this, stay with me here. I think it's because video games are the next step in storytelling.
Yeah.
In no way am I saying video games are better than film. There are a lot of things video games can't do that films can do, and a lot of that is telling a story very well. I think it's very hard for a video game to tell a story well, and I think that's all a movie is telling a story.
Yeah.
But I think when you think about it, video games are the ultimate form of storytelling or ultimate form of entertainment. And just go with me for a second. I'm not saying they're better, but you think with immersion, or you have a spoken word storytelling, and then that goes into actually writing, like putting it in a book. When you have a book, you start having plays, then you have movies, you have films, so you can interpret the written word into picture. And what do you want to do with a movie? Well, you would like to interact with that movie, and that's what a video game is, interaction with a movie. And so it's the ultimate form in that sense. And I think when you have a video game movie, you're taking a step back.
Yeah.
You're taking that interactiveness away.
Games and movies are written completely different. I mean,
Exactly.
they're each written for their own output.
Mhm.
That's like games are written to be played. I mean, Ocarina of Time is a great game. It'd be a really boring movie. A lot of running around, no talking, and slashing stuff.
Yeah.
And then that's why games like L.A. Noire don't work, because it was a great story and a great movie. There was almost no gameplay to it other than just monotonous driving and kind of shooting.
This person.
Me?
No. The game, right?
Yeah.
L.A. Noire. Yeah, you got to figure out if you can trust him or not.
Yeah, it'd make a great movie, maybe, but it didn't really make a good game.
Yeah, it seems like they missed the boat. I think it could work, but it would have to be done, because I hear they're making that game Firewatch that came out this year. They're thinking about making that into a movie, and I think that could work because that game is practically a movie. Whereas there's very little gameplay, and it is very much story and it's very much atmosphere. And if they, film that in Yellowstone Park and do it that way, it might work. I think to adapt a video game, I think to adapt a really good video game into a movie, you have to almost just take the basic idea of the story and make that its own thing.
I think something like Halo would probably work. There's a lot of lore there. There's a lot of background. The setting is built, and the gameplay, is repetitive and wouldn't make for good, movie time.
Yeah.
But I think that there's enough story there and enough characters to hold a movie.
I've always heard Mass Effect can make like a good series, a TV series. And I think that's another thing. I think I don't think they should make video games into movies, but if they were, they should probably make them into TV shows, because the whole thing with TV is that it's very long form. You have 10 episodes a season, and you're at home watching TV. You don't go to the movie. You don't go out. That's the whole thing. But that's why. That's the theory behind why TV actors don't make it in film a lot of the times, is because you have a different relationship with the TV actor than a film actor. The TV actor is on your small screen at home, and then the film actor is in a humongous screen somewhere else in a dark room. You have a different interpretation of those people. That's psychological reason why. I don't know if it's not always 100% correct. But so video games align more with television, where they're longer. It takes 15 to 30 hours to beat a video game, or it takes, maybe 15 hours to finish a TV show. You're with them longer and you're playing it at home. So I think it aligns more with television than a movie. And I think something like Mass Effect or Halo could work as a TV show.
Incubert.
Now,
I'm surprised that it doesn't work the other way. Like, you'd think a lot of movies would make good video games, but they're all terrible.
No, not necessarily.
What video game
adaptation
adaptation
the
of a movie?
early SNES era, like all those tie-in games are great, but they're all platformers.
Yeah.
I mean, you have like Spider-Man, has always been really good. You have Batman, Arkham Knight. I guess that's not really a video game movie, but
like those NES games, those are great relatively speaking, but what movie actually translates well to a modern game?
Let me look this up. All right, best video games based on movies.
Google's not going to know what you're talking about.
No, I've researched this before, so. I mean, as far as video games that are movies, you got a lot of Mortal Kombat, you got Doom, you have a lot of like action, shooter and fighting games. You don't have many. You have the infamous Super Mario Bros., which when I was a little kid, I actually liked it.
It's so bad.
It is. I haven't watched it since then, but I was like really little. I actually enjoyed it because I was a stupid kid. Stupid little kid. Why do you think video games don't work as film?
Just for all the same. You mean the other way around?
Yeah.
Like, why don't films work as video games?
Yeah. 'Cause I think they do, but I think they do more than the other way around.
I think they could. I just think the people who end up getting put in charge of that stuff are not video game developers. They hand it to a studio and say,
that's very true.
just make this into a game.
That's very true. Okay, video games based on film. Here you go. I mean, you have the Alien. You have Alien that came out the few years ago, which was all right.
No, it was horrible.
The Chronicles of Riddick game I hear was really good.
It was horrible.
Yeah, Dirty Harry, Evil Dead, Ghostbusters. They had a good game come out a few years ago. Ghostbusters did.
Like it did.
The Harry Potter games weren't terrible.
Neither were the Lord of the Rings games.
Yeah,
but those didn't really leave lasting. Lasting
impressions. I have a special place in my heart for Chamber of Secrets on the GameCube.
Yes, that was very fun.
That was a really good one. Indiana Jones games, no. I'm trying to look here. I mean, Matrix games sucked. I mean, you might have a point, but I think Star Wars. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, yes. Star Wars games.
There, settled.
I'm right. You're wrong. No, I mean Star Wars. That's really easy though, to make a good Star Wars game.
And you could say like Madden is every football movie.
Sure, if you want to do that. But I mean, Assassin's Creed. I don't know. Does that look good to you at all, or no?
The Assassin's Creed games aren't very good.
I mean, the movie coming out.
No, I know, but I'm saying the games aren't very good to me. I don't think the movie will be very good.
No.
I love Michael Fassbender though.
Yeah, it does have Michael Fassbender. I see that game kind of flopping, or that movie flopping.
Yeah.
I hear they're gonna do a Last of Us.
That would
movie.
Work. That would do well.
And I hear it's the actual writers of The Last of Us. Like it's Neil Druckmann and Bruce Straley, I think.
Now, do they know how to write for movies, or do they just write for video games?
That's the deal. But those games are so much like films, like Uncharted and The Last of Us. The only thing is, though, is that I think the reason Uncharted and The Last of Us are so great is because they are video games that feel like movies. And I think when you interpret that story, which is, The Last of Us is zombies and Uncharted is Indiana Jones. And if you do that for the film, it'll look just like another zombie movie or another ripoff. Or it looks like The Road. There's a reason why those games are so great. Is because they remind you of film. But when you make it a film, that charm kind of goes away.
Right.
I think something like BioShock could work.
Yeah, that would work. There's a lot of lore behind it.
And the character is Rapture. There is no main character. I mean, there is a main character, but the character is Rapture. The character is that setting. And if you could put that setting on film, I think that can make a pretty interesting movie.
Yeah.
And all the lore behind that. I think that could maybe work. You would have to just get a great director and a great writer and really take it seriously. Yeah. It couldn't just be a thing. And that's the thing. It would be really hard to do.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of money going into something like that. It's a lot of risks.
Yeah.
Because that's, it's millions and millions of dollars. I think, small indie game. I hear they're making a Life is Strange TV show. But I don't know. I don't think it's even needed. I don't think they need to do this.
What would be cool?
What?
Is a Most Dangerous Game. That'd be the first short story.
Did I ever tell you my idea?
No.
It's always my thing is to make a Most Dangerous Game the video game.
That would be really dope.
Yeah, just have someone following you the whole time. It's almost like Far Cry, but someone's chasing you at all times.
Do you play as Rainsford, or could you also play as
I was thinking you play as the guy escaping or trying to, evade him, but you could play as him.
No, Rainsford is the guy.
Oh, he is? Okay. Yeah, you play as him.
I don't remember the hunter's name.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Starts with a Z.
I'm not sure, man. But yeah, that was my idea. Is like you play as him, you start off like pretty much naked.
That'd be really
you have
cool.
to get, capture supplies for clothes, and you have to make a shelter, and you just have to keep moving because he's always on your tail. You have to deal with the wildlife. Have to deal with all that stuff.
Pungy pits.
If we want to talk about maybe movies we'd want to see as video games, I'd love to see an open world Harry Potter game
That would be cool.
where it's
Learn
you're
spells and-
yeah, Hogwarts, and it's sort of like Bully, a game Bully, and you have to do all
Yeah.
these classes, and then there's the overlying Harry Potter story.
Mhm.
Voldemort's coming, or maybe you don't even play as Harry Potter. You play as a student, and you get to fly around Hogwarts, and
That'd be some
you
badass
get to
shit.
go to the Forbidden Forest and look at all these cool secret things. Go into this Chamber of Secrets. I think that'd be a really cool game. Just big open world Harry Potter game. I always wanted an open world Lord of the Rings game just to visit all those areas.
How open world would Shadow of Mordor?
It's open world, but it's not that open world.
Can you make a world that massive? I mean, even Skyrim was only like 5 miles by 5 miles.
I don't think you'd have to compress everything.
Yeah.
You'd have to fast travel everywhere. I mean, you could do it, but I don't know if they would do it.
Took Bilbo 13 months to get there and back again.
Yeah, but you don't see that in the movies. It takes a bunch of CGI to get them over there.
Yeah.
A lot of magic.
Yeah.
Man, those Hobbit movies just.
Let's not talk about that.
I don't want to talk about the
I
Hobbit.
don't want to be in pain right now.
Yeah,
It could have been so good. It started off so promising. If they just condense it down to one, we'd be fine.
I'm sure there's got to be a fan edit out there.
There
that's
is.
just one
I have one. I have yet to watch it, but it's
Yeah.
supposed to be pretty good.
Send that to me.
Okay.
I want to watch that. What other movies would you want to see as games or TV shows?
Oh God, maybe Ballistic X versus Sever.
Is that some kind of anima?
No, it's considered like the worst movie of all time.
Oh, you're not
Ooh.
taking this seriously.
No, I think it would make a good game though.
Yeah.
It's like an action movie.
Okay.
And no, I'm not taking it seriously.
Oh.
Trey, that's what I do.
Serious, man.
Okay.
It's a serious podcast.
All
about
right.
serious things.
I think Lucy, starring Scarlett Johansson, would make it good.
They already made it. It's called Deus Ex.
What
Next
about an
question.
X-Man movie?
An X-Men movie?
What's the singular of X-Men? Or are you just an X-Man if you're in the X-Men?
Yeah, I think you're an X-Men.
So you're not like, I'm an X-Man?
Well, I thought it's just mutant. You're a mutant.
But you can be a mutant and not be part
Well,
of
the
X-Men.
X-Men are a team.
No, I know, but what's each individual member of said team?
One of those X-Men.
Is it an X-Man?
Well, what about the women? What about
Man is
what about
used.
Storm? What do you call her?
She's an X-lady.
X-woman?
Yeah.
Lady X?
Yeah.
I don't know. Ask Stan Lee.
Stanley who?
Stan Lee, the writer, director, and cinematographer of X-Men comics. He's always in those movies as a cameo.
You see Marvel already has his next 3 cameos filmed.
Really?
Yeah.
So he doesn't die.
Just in case he dies.
He's like 91, right?
I don't fucking know.
He's an old man. Always going to them conventions.
Come on, Trey.
Yeah, my phone's going off.
Rookie mistake by Trey.
Rookie. Oh, dude, the funniest thing was this is a couple years ago when I was still doing getting audio, and I was getting audio from Dirk, and one guy's phone goes off when he's doing the audio. It goes, ha ha ha, rookie mistake. It was so funny. Classic Dirk.
Boy, you had about all that question that you wanted, huh?
Well, you just about had all the question you wanted there. Not just kidding.
Yeah, he's back fine.
He's fine. He's good. He'll be
Get out of my sight.
Get out of my fucking way. Yeah, that was Jerry Jones for you.
Oh, that's who that was.
So yeah, I'm trying to think of other movies that I would like to see as games. I mean, The Greatest Game would be a good one. Or not The Greatest Game. The Most Dangerous Game. I think a Harry Potter game would be awesome.
Uh-huh.
I'd love that. That'd be my wish.
But that's a book to video game.
That is, well, yeah, that's book to video game, I guess. Yeah, that's The Witcher is a book to video game.
True.
Yeah, it is a book. The guy who wrote it said that he doesn't really, he doesn't like it. Like he thinks it's coming from the fact that he is probably losing money on the book sales.
Has there ever been an author who enjoyed an adaptation of their book?
No.
There's not been one ever.
Most classically, Stephen King hates The Shining.
Yeah.
So Stanley Kubrick's The Shining.
That'd make a good game.
It would make a good. That would make a good horror game. The Shining horror game. You're in a hotel, and I mean, I'm sure there's a ton of those kind of games out there, but it would make a cool one.
5 Nights at the Shining.
5 Nights at the Shining. Like I was gonna say the Warriors, but that is a game.
Yeah.
That is a game.
The Highlander.
Highlander.
Cut people's heads off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that could be something. Maybe we should have come up with lists beforehand.
Probably would have been a good idea.
Done some of the research online like we did.
Now Dr. Salmon's gone.
Yeah, he is gone. It's your fault.
I'm sorry.
So yeah, Westworld good, right?
Yeah, I give it a thumbs up. I give it a recommend.
Recommend.
Approved.
Approved. Thumbs up. Recommend. Yeah, recommend it. Video game movies don't work, but maybe there can be a good one day.
Hopefully. Looking at you, Kubert.
The Kubert movie starring Kubert.
Starring Danny DeVito as Kubert. I'm going to hop down all these cubes.
Are we going to sing a song or are we just going to end it?
Well, if you don't know Fireflies, well, I'm not going to sing it with
I don't know Fireflies.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
All right, well, that is another episode of Super GamesCast 64. I'm Trey Mitchell. You can find me at CrayTreyVids on Twitter. I did have a website. I took it down, but I'm probably going to have to repost it. I don't know anymore, but you can find us on iTunes.
Wait, what about me Twitter?
You can find us on iTunes. You can find Austin Guttery. What's your Twitter?
At SportsSturm.
You're at SportsSturm.
Uh-huh.
You can find all his cool sports, hockey stuff on there, and MMA fighting,
HSOs.
And a lot of shutting people down.
Yeah.
And blocking.
Kind of a bully.
You're kind of a sports bully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just a bully in general.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you picked on me earlier, man. It wasn't nice.
Hey, Trey.
Yeah.
Butthole.
That's
your butthole.
Yeah, let us know what you think of the podcast. Leave us a rating on iTunes. I'm going to have to figure out this whole SoundCloud
Don't ask
thing.
people to leave us a rating because they're going to leave a 1-star rating.
No, the people who listen to us are good people. They'll give us good ratings.
Tim and my uncle.
Gustav. Your uncle listens?
Gustav. Who's Gustav?
He has a podcast called Can You Hear Me? The Can You Hear Me podcast. He's a big fan of all the Ticket podcast and Mike Soroy and those fellers.
How much did Gustav pay you? How many rubles did he pay you to say that?
Pay me a lot of rubles.
I don't know.
He might be listening. I know a guy named Ginsburg listens, which is an awesome last name.
From Mad Men?
Yeah, from Mad Men, that guy, Ginsburg.
Cut off his nips.
Nips? Yeah, he cut off his nip. I forgot about that. He did cut off his nip.
Spoiler.
Yeah, spoiler alert for Mad Men. Yeah. Cut off his little nip. And he gave it to Peggy as a memento.
She put it on a pizza.
She did. Put on a little pizza. Well, I think that's it for the show. Like, comment, subscribe. Do all that fun stuff. Listen to our podcast on the Blowout Network when we ever post them.
Man, you're really selling this.
I'm really selling it hard.
Yeah.
I'm not doing too well. My tongue hurts.
I know. Well, let's get out of here.
All right. Bye.